sung all that well. But these games are always interesting because you never know how it's going to play out. One slip, someone's going for 80 yards, and you could lose a game.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
And what a bounce back from the knee injury he suffered in the 2015 season. Not the most nimble, most mobile quarterback, but he never was. He's really a throwback to those quarterbacks who played out of the pocket in the days gone by.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, Collins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action, Flacco. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
Total relentlessness of consistency. Almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I started calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Brees. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Josh Hill has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready? You ready?
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram, works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
Here we go.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Time for us to feature cornerback Jimmy Smith, and he's a guy that I would love to match up one-on-one against any of these tall, long receivers that can run in the NFL because that fits his frame and it fits his game. He's a guy who can turn and run with anyone and also go up and contest just about any ball thrown.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Ready? You ready?
Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Meanwhile, we will not get another play as time will run out on this first quarter. 0-0 our score. We're back to Baltimore after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Looking deep for Crab, and got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you, and maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball, you name it, it's difficult all the way around, but the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Flacco. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion. They go play action here on 1st down. And
his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. Man open left side is Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down Ravens as Flacco finds the former Cardinal John Brown. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Once more, it's Flacco. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Breeze now on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action.
Here we go. Ready. 90.
On first down, Breeze. His throw incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And now it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready. Waiting.
Breeze to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Ready. Waiting.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's caught by Meredith right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. "4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Saints on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
Now Breeze again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. The return man, Chris Moore. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon. As we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here now, a look at Drew Brees in our player spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great. That's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues.
Here we go.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Nice shot.
And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Ready? You waiting?
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Ready? You waiting? Reset!
Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Flacco from the gun. Brought in left side by Snead. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
On second down, it's Dixon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Operating off play action, Flacco. It finds Crabtree for the completion. A 1st down pickup there, Flacco to Crabtree. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run the counter with Collins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Flacco off play action. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. Kenneth Dixon, the running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
2nd and 10, Flacco once more. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On the draw, Flacco to Dixon. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah,
Still
I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Collins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Ready. You waiting?
Breeze to throw. Well, this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Ready. You waiting?
To throw is Breeze. And incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Ready. You waiting? Return.
Back to throw, Breeze. He is going to find Hill here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This no gimme in the snow, and the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This no gimme in the snow. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Nothing easy about that one in these elements in the snow, but he's able to put it home in what looks to be the game winner.
And you know, I had problems with the footing just walking from the bus to the stadium. I can't imagine being called to kicking this stuff with the game on the line. But he appeared to have zero issues whatsoever.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Moore now to return. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.